welcome to another art activity. Today we are going to be making some paper sculptures. And for this lesson, you really just need three things. You need one sheet of paper per sculpture, you need a pair of scissors, and you need something to draw with or color with. That's really all you need. If you have a glue stick, that might be another good material for you to use, but honestly, creating these paper sculptures, all you need is that piece of paper and scissors. So this is my lizard that I created with my one sheet of paper, and I've been able to fold him to give him some form so he looks more three-dimensional and lifelike rather than a flat piece of paper. I'm also going to show you a quick way that you could make a standing face and a technique with curling to create some fun with the hair. So this is just one piece of paper that I just folded a little bit in half so it stands up, and so then it looks like you can create maybe like an audience, or you can create just like some fun faces for you to have. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, here we go. Here is my lizard that I made. So I'm gonna show you how to do this using just one sheet of paper. So for my lizard, I'm gonna take my paper, I'm gonna switch it landscape orientation, and then I'm gonna fold it in half. So I just fold the top down to meet the bottom and give it a crease. Now you can use a pencil, you can use a marker, you can use whatever you want to start this next step. And then I'm gonna start to draw on just one half of my paper, half of my lizard. So I'm gonna start on the corner. The fold is at the top of my desk. The opening is at the bottom, closest to my body. So from this top fold, I'm gonna kind of create a curved line coming down and away from the curve. Then I'll have a straight line coming down and out, all the way to the edge, all the way to the edge. And this is gonna start to make my foot. So you can give it a couple of zigzag lines for that foot. And you really just wanna have it go ahead and meet the edge of that paper. We're gonna use all the edges. Now I'm gonna have a straight line coming back up. Then I'm gonna leave a space, about the width of my hand with my four fingers right here. Maybe a little bit longer. I'm gonna have another straight line coming down to create his back leg. And then we're gonna make kind of a really steep mountain. This is gonna be kind of for my lizard's foot. It's gonna be bent in the back. We're gonna give him a couple of toes coming up, then back in. Now I'm gonna create his tail. So from the knee, kind of where his leg is bent in the back, from this line, I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna curl it around like a wave or maybe like a C. If you get too close to the edge of your paper, do not worry. Then I'm gonna come up to the top and we're gonna echo this. If I go off the page, that's fine. And you want it to connect. All right, so this is kind of the simple start to my lizard right here. And from here, I can then cut. So using my scissors, I'm gonna start at the head. I'm gonna cut, keeping your paper folded. Keep your paper folded as you cut. His leg, you're just cutting along the lines that you just drew. I'm gonna cut his toes. And then I'm just gonna make a cut here and here. Do not cut out this section. I'm gonna need that to help make his round body. So now we're gonna cut out his toes in the back. Just following your lines the best that you can. Those little zigzags can be a little tricky sometimes. Remember to always keep your scissors facing away from your body. Just go nice and slow. Turn the paper, not so much the scissors. Okay. Now this lesson is really great. This activity is great because it's really going to help us to learn more about not just form, things that are three-dimensional, but also symmetry, where they're the same on both sides. Okay, so here is my lizard. Now, if you wanted to, you could apply a little tape or glue to get his tail to stay together as one piece from here. And I think that is what I'm going to do. I'm gonna kind of open this up. I'm just gonna apply a little bit of glue. If you don't have it, it's fine. You don't need it. I didn't apply it to this lizard's tail, and you see it kind of forks and splits. You could cut this extra bit off if you didn't want to have the double tail. Up to you. It doesn't matter. It's your lizard. Maybe you want him to have that cool little double tail. All right, so now as I open him up, you can start to see the fold really helps to give him the form of his body. And then I can take these two pieces here, turn him over, and these overlap each other just like this. Again, you can add a little bit of tape right here. You could add a little bit of glue to hold it together. I'm gonna kind of bend his legs a little bit so they stay open. But you know what? I don't think I want to tape or glue this quite yet, because I still want to draw on him. And it might be better for me to draw on him if I can lay him a little bit more flat. So this is now your lizard, and you can design him and make him how you want. You remember I said that word symmetry, where it's the same on both sides. So now I'm going to give him an eye on this side, maybe around his eyes. I'm going to give him a couple little lines. Maybe I want to give him some pattern down his back, like a zigzag. And I'm going to repeat it on this side. So it's the same on both sides is my symmetry. So you guys get the idea of how to make that lizard kind of come to life. And you can make as many of these as you want in any way that you want, in many sizes that you want. Make a whole little lizard family. Okay, let's go to my next project, which is my face. This is just kind of a funny face that I drew. You can really make it your own with this one as well. Again, you just need one sheet of paper. You can fold this one lengthwise or portrait position, or you could fold it landscape. Just depends on how big you want your head to be or how skinny you want your head to be. I think I'm gonna do this one landscape as well. So I started this person in the middle of our face with our nose. And I kind of start with my eyebrow. So I kind of make an eyebrow and then I pull that down into a nose. So this one's gonna have a really big nose, and that's great. I'm gonna give him some fun eyes, maybe a football shaped eye. I'm gonna give him a big round oval inside. We're gonna add a couple of lines under his eyes, maybe one line over. You know what? I really wanna make his eyebrow a little bit bushy. So give it a little texture, make it a little bit bigger. Let's see, this guy is gonna have kind of a funny expression like this. So this is only half of his face. Remember, we are doing this half and half. So now from here, I'm gonna start to cut a little bit. And I'm gonna switch and grab my pencil. So I make a little bit of a lighter line for you to follow. So you can see at the top, I'm gonna cut just a little bit off of this edge to round out his head. And then from the side, I'm gonna cut up and in like I would be making a neck. But I'm not gonna cut too far because, you know, he still has his head over here and we wanna give him some fun hair. So I'm just gonna cut this line here. I am gonna cut off this section. That's really the only cuts I do, is I cut off the top of it. Now, I'm gonna cut some lines. These lines are for my hair. I'm keeping them a little bit thicker. I can vary them in their length. I can curve them a little bit if I want. Not too thin, not too close together. All right, let's kind of open him up now and let's look at him from both sides. Oh, he looks kind of silly. You know what? I think I'm gonna trim his head a little bit, and it's gonna be more of a head rather than a neck for this guy, but that's okay. He'll be able to stand up still. Okay, now I have to look carefully about my symmetry. So as I look over from his nose, I'm gonna pull this nose out and back up and around. And we're gonna give him that bushy eyebrow on the other side. We're gonna give him his eye on the other side. doesn't quite, a little bit larger. It's okay, I'm doing my best over here. You know what, I'm gonna give him kind of a little line at the end of his nose. And we're gonna give him that. There you go. Oh, he looks really, really worried. But that's how it goes sometimes. Okay, now let's curl his hair. So I'm gonna take my paper and I'm just gonna wrap it tightly around my pencil and pull my pencil out. You can kind of give it a gentle little sweep with your hand downwards. And then you'll have all your hair for your person. You can make, like I said, like a little audience with these people. I don't know, what kind of other fun activities or things can you think of? It's your artwork. It's whatever you want it to be. Add more color, paint these, add stickers to them, whatever you want. Have fun with your art. And then once you're done, he'll stand up tall and then you can have a little bit more form to him rather than that flat face. I hope that you guys enjoyed these paper sculpture lessons today, and I can't wait to see what it is you create.